At Walters and Wolf, many of our tasks must be completed where fall hazards exist. It is our responsibility to identify and address these hazards in order to eliminate our exposure to them. Self-retracting devices, or SRDs, are a versatile tool which provide a variety of access options when a personal fall arrest system is required. Although useful, it is important to understand the differences between SRDs and other means of fall protection. Improper use of SRDs could present additional dangers and a false sense of security at the leading edge. Before selecting your SRD, there are several factors to consider: anchorage distance, anchorage location, product interactions, equipment or tool use, and personnel or materials in the area. SRDs are available in different lengths. Be sure the SRD is long enough for the access you require. Anchorage locations for SRDs are important. Some SRDs are only designed to be used overhead, while others can be used horizontally or below your harness D-ring. No matter what the scenario, your harness is designed to prevent you from a free fall. It must be located accordingly. Another factor to consider is a pendulum effect. SRDs should be positioned perpendicular to the fall hazard to prevent you from swinging into objects below in a free fall event. The nature of SRDs present unique issues when it comes to interaction with site conditions. Sharp, rough, or abrasive edges could damage the SRD cable or webbing. This could damage the SRD over time, or it could cause the SRD to fail in a fall. Additionally, interaction with finished product could cause damage to painted drywall or metals. Welding, cutting, or other hot work operations could damage SRDs. A special Kevlar webbed SRD is to be used in these applications. In situations with multiple personnel or exposure to material hazards, special consideration must take place to ensure lines do not intersect or create dangerous entanglement hazards in the event of a fall or other incident. Now that you've selected your SRD for your task, the next step is to complete an inspection before use. First, visually inspect the body, carabiner, snap hook, and cable or webbing in its entirety for defects. Cuts, burns, fall indicator deployment, kinks, cracks, loose screws or nuts, missing or illegible tags or stickers must result in the removal of the SRD from service. Next, inspect the function of the SRD by reeling the cable or webbing in and out. It should function smooth without clicking or catching. Give the cable a quick tug to ensure the locking device is in working order. Using an SRD requires attention to important details. First, you must find a suitable anchorage point for your work. This means it must be capable of supporting the required 5,000 pounds per employee, but also consider how the location of the SRD impacts its effectiveness. Be sure that the system you are using allows adequate clearance so you do not strike the floor below. Next, connect the SRD snap hook onto your harness D-ring or your D-ring extension. Never connect an SRD onto a lanyard or an additional SRD to gain length. Such practices introduce free fall potential. SRDs are designed to prevent free fall and therefore may be ineffective if used improperly. Once you've ensured your connection to anchor and harness, you may safely access work areas where fall hazards exist. While engaged in work at the leading edge, always keep in mind your SRD location in reference to your task. Avoid pendulum and free fall scenarios at all times. Also, be aware that moving too fast, jumping, or otherwise causing the SRD to bounce could engage the locking device. This could cause you to stop suddenly, potentially creating a fall or deploying the impact indicator. Additionally, do not allow SRDs to intersect with one another or wrap around arms, legs, or neck. Never pull or allow slack in your SRD cables, as this creates free fall potential. When releasing an SRD from your D-ring, do not simply let it go, allowing it to freewheel. Freewheeling will damage the reel and stop mechanism. Never hook the SRD to a cart, perimeter cable, or like for the sake of convenience. This will also damage the reel. Instead, attach a rope to the snap hook and pull it toward you for a D-ring attachment. The storage of SRDs are like any other part of your PFAS. Hang SRDs up in gang boxes or storage cages. Do not throw them in the bottom where they are susceptible to damage. These are the basic safety principles of SRD use as identified by the SRD manufacturer and Walters & Wolff. Many additional scenarios may exist which present varied and additional hazards. Never hesitate to ask questions about your tasks and the equipment used to complete them. If you are unsure or not confident in the setup of your SRD, stop what you are doing and seek direction from supervision. We can complete our tasks as a team without exposing ourselves or others to danger. This is the duty of the user of a self-retracting device.